Hello guys and welcome to Eat Ventures with Lucas. In case you're hungry but all that's left are some veggies on the bottom of your fridge, don't worry because this recipe will prove that even with those you can still make a super delicious soup which is not only good for your health but it's so easy to make too. Let's get started. All we need is tomatoes, bell peppers, 2 red onions, and just about 5 cloves of garlic. First off, we'll preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. This recipe couldn't be any easier because all we need to do is chop all the vegetables and throw it into the tray. And we're gonna start with our tomatoes. So only the bigger ones, we need to cut them in half. Next up, bell peppers. And of course we need to get rid of all these seeds. I will chop the bell peppers in smaller chunks. And let's put it right into the tray. And we're also gonna add the garlic. I must admit, I love the colors, but we haven't seasoned it yet, so that's exactly what we're gonna do now. We'll start with a good amount of salt. Wherever salt, there's usually black pepper too. Next up, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. And last but not least, extra virgin olive oil. And just before we put it into the oven, we need to give it a really good mix. Every single piece of the vegetables is nicely coated, so it's the right time to let it roast in the oven. Wonderful. After about 45 minutes, we took the tray out of the oven and I mean, just look at this, look at how beautiful it is. Here's what we're gonna do next. We'll carefully transfer our vegetable mixture from the tray into the pot. And we'll add 1 teaspoon of tomato paste. Just let it bubble for a little bit and enjoy how all these flavors connect together. After a couple minutes, it's time to add some stock. You can use any kind of stock you like, really. If you want to keep it vegetarian, you can use vegetable stock, but in this case, I'm using beef stock because I'm a big fan. And the final touch. Oh man, the aroma of fresh basil, it's so amazing. Oh yeah. Oh right, and I forgot to mention one thing when it comes to the stock. You know, it's always better to use smaller amount of it because when the texture of the soup is too thick, it's always so much easier to loosen it than vice versa. So basically we can always use some extra stock, right? We have put our soup on a side because now it's time to blend it. And we're done, but now it's time to check how thick it is. Wow, I like how foamy it is, but it's definitely way too thick. Which means I'm gonna give it a little bit more of the stock. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. In case you're feeling really lazy today, you can pretty much call this soup ready to eat. But in my case, what I don't really like about it is that there are still these tiny little tomato seeds which you cannot really blend. And what I'm gonna do about it is I'm gonna pass it through a fine sieve so we get this super silky smooth texture which everybody loves. Here's the sieve, here's the soup, and now let's pass it through. Now you can clearly see how many seeds there are. I'm so happy, just check this texture now. Silky smooth and beautiful. The texture is amazing, but let's check if it tastes good as well. Oh yeah, that's really good, but I think it just lacks a bit of sugar because those tomatoes are a little too acidic to my taste. Let's add some sugar. That will do. Our soup is done and ready to be served, but just before that, I want to make one final thing, which is a toast filled with cheddar cheese, grilled on each side, and we'll split it in half and then we can dive it in the soup when eating it. Sounds pretty good to me. And that, guys, is our soup from roasted tomatoes and bell peppers. Enjoy. It looks incredible. And I think I will start with the grilled cheese toast. Let's dive it in there. Cheers, guys. On the crunchiness of that toast. The flavor of the soup is so incredibly rich. I love the bell peppers and tomatoes, how they combine into this one super flavor. And it really reminds me of that gazpacho we ate with Misha back in Mikulov. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out. Although gazpacho is a cold soup, let's dive it in there properly. And the silky texture of that soup. I must say, I'm so glad that we passed it through that fine sieve. It was a great decision. I would probably describe the flavor as super rich, I love the blend of tomatoes and bell peppers. And also there's this punchiness, which I first thought was chili, but then I realized I haven't put any chili in it, so that must be the garlic in the back. And also the basil. That makes the whole difference. Alright guys, as you can see, I just finished my soup. Man, that hit the spot. That was so incredibly good. It's healthy as well. So easy to make. Anybody can do this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and I will always appreciate that. And see you on the next one. Take care guys. Bye bye.